And it's on. Welcome to the Limitless Barbershop Podcast, episode 6. And I'm so humbled and just grateful to bring my boy, the owner of Classics Barbershop in Lincoln Park, Mark Bader. Tell him what it is, man.
How's it going out there? My name's Mark Bader. Well, Mark Riley, but
We're calling you Mark Bader today, though.
That's
on,
right.
That's on your social media.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Classics Barbershop, 2375 4th Street. We've been open now the 25th of this month, going on 6 years. So we've been blessed.
Hey, seriously, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man. It means a lot. You know, it's my 6th episode, and man, I'm feeling it.
6
And
years, 6 episodes.
there you go. How long you guys been open over there?
6 years.
Damn, it seems a lot longer than that.
Seems.
No shit. You guys started off cutting in the nail salon together.
Yes, we did.
And that was Fabulous Hair and Nails. Shouts out to Fabulous Hair and Nails. My boy Jay Money.
Jay Colebush, Marcella Colebush.
Yep, for sure, for sure. And I believe that's how we met. I think I went in there and I seen you there, some shit.
Probably.
Okay.
And then we did Cuts for Kids, and you came down and helped us out. We
Yeah,
did that for like 2 years.
Yep, that was the shit, man. And that's around the time right now. You know, I remember when you guys first started cutting over there. I forget what happened, man, but everyone thought we had beef or some shit because you guys were the very first motherfuckers to come down the river and start doing fades.
We was
After
one
me,
of-
sir.
Yeah, right at you the first.
Yep.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, man, they're trying to get some shit started. You know, motherfuckers aren't.
People just hate
Yeah.
on people. I
So
don't care.
that didn't work out because we ended up becoming good friends.
That's it.
And I'm friends with motherfucking Javi. Shouts out to Javi. That's
Javi,
your
yeah.
ace right there. Javi, I seen him at the apple orchard. He tell you?
No.
That's fucked up. I didn't tell him, dog. We seen each other at the apple orchard. But yeah. So I don't know what happened, man. How the fuck I end up over there with you guys at the
I think I just
Coach
asked
for
you, bro,
Kids.
and you was just down with it. You say you did some stuff like that before.
Yeah,
and we had
yeah.
like 10 barbers there or something like that.
That was Master Dorian.
Dorian.
I remember Master Dorian, Papa, and shit. Who else? White Chocolate.
White Chocolate, CJ.
CJ. I ain't seen him in a while.
I ain't seen CJ in a minute.
Yeah.
Rob, I think, was there. Yeah, it was like 10
That was
barbers.
the shit. And then Santa Claus came through, which was like
That's
your
it.
uncle or something
No,
like that.
that's my daughter's grandpa.
Yeah, that guy
Johnny
was lit.
G.
Shouts out to Johnny G. Yeah, man, that was a good time, you know. Definitely, man, I did something like that, free haircuts for Thanksgiving, man. And this was on Michigan Avenue back in the day. I can't remember the barber shop, man, but there was 6 barbers. And they put on the radio like 97.9, come on down, free haircuts for the kids, 12 and under, blah, 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 right? You know what happens when you say the word free, man, in the hood.
Oh, man.
Hey, no lie, people think I'm exaggerating when I tell you that there was people 2 miles down Michigan Avenue, right? And I swear to God, man, they were like, hey, the barber will do contest. Whoever does the most haircuts gets a couple $100 or something. You know me, I'm like 17, man. I'm just trying to survive, man. These motherfuckers out there putting them in and out. But I'm gonna have to say, about 25% of that group, motherfuckers pop up, man, with beards, talking about I'm 12.
Yo.
Old ass dudes,
Yeah,
man,
we
coming
do it.
through.
There was a couple people.
I remember that.
There was
Yup.
a couple people.
And he's like, how you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me? I'm like, dog, you got a beard like motherfucking
What
Santa
you
Claus.
like 12? Shit.
Nah. And that was crazy, man. I would never do that again. But ended up, you know, working out. I wouldn't do it again for that type of situation down there. Put it on the radio because it was causing a bunch of crazy shit.
We were sponsored by
The stuff we did, man, was a lot more put together and professional.
Yeah.
We had all of
sponsored
them.
by Ford Motor Company,
Yeah.
and you know we tried to get on the news and radio, but it just didn't work out.
Hey, it was a good thing, man.
It was
Either
a
way,
good
man.
thing. We cut a lot of heads that day.
Yeah, and you know what? That's why I just realized, man, I've been doing a lot of soul searching, man, and meditation and just learning about, you know, mindsets and stuff like that. And I see a lot of barbers, man, that are just taking, you know, just taking. And I'm like, damn, am I doing that right now? I'm not really. I do a lot, man, for people on the, you know, that I don't tell nobody and little stuff. And I help people throughout my
Yeah.
life, but a lot of people just spend their career taking. And if you don't give, man, you're not truly successful because the universe is not going to, you know, it's not going to give back what you want if you're just taking. So
if you take it, I mean,
that's
like
why.
my people, like my main clients, they come to me every week, every 2 weeks, faithful. Hey, if something happens, you need me, I'm always there. I'll always go the extra for my people.
Yeah, and I know that you ain't bullshitting. You wanna know why? You Libra, man.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of people are like, probably gonna watch this like, oh man, Jay ain't into that shit now. Yeah, motherfucker. You wanna know why? Because Amanda, she's really into that a lot, you know. And a new barber that I have and stylist, Katie, she's really into Zodiac. And I just been seeing stuff with my own eyes, man, for the last couple of months that's just mind-blowing, insane, that you cannot question. You cannot question, man, the Zodiac and the universe and birth charts and temperaments of different Zodiac signs. It's just insane, you know, so.
You're going to be looking at this shit, though.
Oh, trust me. There's a lot of, because I'm the dude that you tell me, like, yeah, you're just a Libra. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Shit's stupid, man. It's ridiculous.
I just say labels. So many labels, you know? Like, so, you don't know me, don't label me.
Yeah, so when I started, like, studying it, man, I started getting my eyes open, you know. It's like, wow, this stuff is really, really, really true, you know, what they say about, like, you know, whatever your birth chart is or your sign, man, that could be your temperament. And then it gets really deep with basically your birth chart, because then it'll be like, you know, some Zodiac people, man, kind of ruin it for me a little bit because they're so extra. But they'll be like, oh, well, maybe it's his Libra moon or whatever. Know what that means? It's like the time, it's ridiculous, right? Look at the second you're born, the minute you're born, okay, you got to put your time that you're born, the day that you're born, right? And then they do your birth chart, and it's like a snapshot of the freaking universe, dog. When you're the freaking minute you're born, boom. Something about alignment. I'm still learning. Whatever the sun and whatever the universe is aligned, or whatever, that is your temperament, and basically your pros and cons and stuff like that of the way that you act. So if they say that you're Scorpio moon or Libra moon or whatever, that means, what does it mean again? I really forgot. It's really difficult, man, to explain. I don't really want to get into that because I'm not too educated on that, but this guy right here's birthday is on October 3rd, and mine is on the 4th. So that's the reason that this is even brought up right now. But I'm going a little bit off subject, man. We were talking about, you know, giving back and doing stuff for the community. Yeah, the reason that we brought that up is because I wanted to promote that we are doing Toys for Tots, and we're doing Coats for Kids right now.
That's good.
Toys for Tots, we're doing it through, it's the United States Marine Corps and Wyandotte. Those guys are the ones that are like doing the whole situation. They brought a box over here, so we're accepting. It's got to be new for the toys, and we're doing our own coat drive, Coats for Kids, and basically, you know, it says Coats for Kids, but I'll take any coats because everyone, you know, grown ass men are out there freezing, you know. So, but it's got to be new or gently used. So, you know, anybody wants to come by, you know, bring in any of the two. We'll be here, you know, all week long. We have 2 boxes here, so definitely. So, back to what we're gonna say, or move forward, I mean.
Oh yeah.
So, what's your plans, man, for the holiday?
Plans for the holiday? Man, I've been so busy lately, man. Shop's been real good. Real thankful for all my people out there, man. Just got another barber. We got 5 barbers going strong. Like, from the time we get there to the time we leave, man. I don't even get a haircut.
Hey, man, if I didn't cut my own hair, I would be hit, man, because everybody's so busy here, and I have Amanda do it. You know, shouts out to Amanda. She's a beast, man.
Yeah.
That girl right there is a freaking straight up real female hustler, dog. Non-stop, man. Like when she's booked, it's not, and you know, she's a pretty girl. A lot of guys come to that, but when they get there, like, this girl could cut like the dudes, but she don't.
Good.
You know, so she's giving, you know, just service, man. Her service is A1 steak sauce all day long.
That's what it takes.
And like, if she gets a cancellation, she goes crazy. She's over here just going crazy. She fills a spot And if she has a little spot left, she's gonna put an eyebrow in there or a freaking nose
Let's
wax.
go get her.
So that girl right there, man, puts it on for the ladies for real.
I used to talk to him. He had this little young barber. He was all like, I was trying to tell him like, talk to your people, man. You know, like somebody says their daughter's sick or something. Next time they come in, ask about the daughter. Just just be in customer service.
Can't stand it, man.
I ain't kissing no one's ass.
Oh,
But that's why you ain't making no
That's
money,
it.
bro.
Hey, look at any barber, man, that says my haircuts speak for themselves. How about that?
Dude, it's
Because,
more than
come
just a
on, man.
haircut. It's more than just cutting hair.
You know what? But everybody's not like us, man. We have a gift of gab.
Yes.
You know, we do. I talk shit, man, all day long. My mom says I started talking shit when I was like, well, she'll say like 6 months because she exaggerates me. But it's probably like 1 year old.
Yeah.
And I don't shut up. So whatever. That's just the way I am. And that's why we're doing this right here.
When
And I
I'm,
love to, but a lot of people, man, they just don't have it in them.
when I'm at the shop, man, people will be looking. Cause I say some off the wall shit. I just ain't got no filter. Like we started talking about Trump, this and that, and my always be like, "What?"
Yeah. You know what's crazy, man? People think because we're from the hood, you know, and I'm a minority and whatever, that
Yeah.
we can't support Trump.
Dude,
You're like, dog, you're from the hood and you don't support Trump. You know what? I'll go ahead and say it. The reason, when you grow up in the inner city, man, I grew up in Southwest Detroit. Of course, you grew up in Rouge, and everybody, man, is brainwashed since they were kids to vote Democrat because they tell you, we're gonna make the schools better. We're gonna make no violence. We're gonna make it all your welfare very accessible for you.
They're gonna put you on a leash.
They're gonna put you in. Guess what? They brainwash them to think that they're going to help them. And look at every major city in the United States of America that's run by Democrats. You know what I mean? It's just
By
it is
the
what
inner
it is.
cities, and now I believe in unions, and I believe in a lot of other stuff. It's like I take bits and pieces of everything and make my own.
Yeah.
And like, but when I start talking about like, if somebody like, I'm gonna judge you for voting for Trump.
Yeah.
Don't judge me at all, bro,
No.
because you don't fucking know me.
Hell no, man.
Judge me on how I treat you,
Yeah, exactly. And
my
it's
character.
it's like, man, it's crazy the way that they do it. You know, like I was saying, they say they're gonna help them. They say they're gonna do this and all these different promises, and then when the time comes, they want to keep them uneducated, man. They want to
That's
keep
it.
the schools. I graduated from Detroit public school system.
Yeah.
So if anyone's like, oh, you're talking shit, no, I grew up, I graduated from Detroit public school. I
Yeah.
grew up in the hood my whole life, you know. I'm not gonna say that I live, man, freaking, I'm looking for some food or nothing like that. You know, my parents, they did good, you know.
Yeah.
But I grew up in the inner city, and everyone's always like, vote Democrat, vote Democrat, vote Democrat. And then at the end of the day, they don't do none of the stuff they say they're gonna do, and they want to keep you uneducated, man, and on a leash, so they could fatten their own pockets, and then they could live in a huge ass house, man, with a wall around it.
100%.
Now, mind you, man,
It's like you're glued to them. You gotta be like people, on Section 8. They're
Mhm.
like, dude, like all that shit was formed to be short term.
mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, you ain't gotta live like that, man.
Man, gotta break the cycle, man.
Break the fucking cycle, get your own shit, get your fucking hustle, and keep on moving. Keep on moving.
Because it's generations and generations of voting the same way, and then you got generations and generations of poverty, and just having mad kids, man, and just violence, and out of
Man.
prison. And I'm not saying, now when I bring up a group of people and I put a label like that on them,
Yeah.
I'm not labeling all of them. I'm saying the majority.
No, that's just
Because-
like stereotyping. I mean, it's hard to,
Yeah,
it just
you're a
happens, bro.
racist.
Yeah.
You're a bigot. You're a fucking.
That's just a fucking cop out to me, dude.
Yeah,
That's just-
so I listened to a podcast, man, the other day. It's what's it called? This dude, man, it's crazy as hell. Ed Millett. Oh no, not Ed Millett. Fuck, I forget his name. But anyways, he does that 75 hard. You know, it's like this thing you do 75 days, man, and just pure, just hustling and shit, and whatever. But he says that he stopped arguing with people or trying to convince them to think his way because everybody grew up different, and whatever they did throughout their life to lead up to the point where they're making a decision politically
Mhm.
is different. We can never understand it. And I'm gonna go and tell you a story real quick that made me think when I heard that. I remember it was probably about 1998. There was a dude I knew who was, brought his aunt down. She was from around here. She was in the hood. We were gonna get her some weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were on Michigan Avenue around Wyoming, and she was in the back seat, and there was a young girl that was about 19 years old, and I don't know how old she was, pretty girl, and she was, you know, she's prostituting on the corner, and she was like, rolled down the window, cause you nasty bitch, why don't you go get a job? She goes, why don't you go get a job? They're fucking hiring everywhere, yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Who the fuck are you to judge that girl because you don't know what she's been through?
Exactly.
How do you, hey, when you're a little kid, I'm not saying this is the situation, but when you're a little kid and your mom's on crack, you don't know your dad, you're fighting for food at 3 years old, dirty ass diapers, man, and every single motherfucking boyfriend that your mom brought home molested this girl,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, she's fucked.
You know what I mean? So you can't judge, man. Everybody has a different avenues that they took, man, to get to where they're at.
Everyone, people don't stay in the lane no more. It's like worry
No.
about your own fucking self. Try to make the world a better place by putting out good, but everyone wants to do nothing but negativity. Judge this nigga, judge that, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what, man? You know how many of my good friends, man, are hardcore, like, freaking Democrats? We just talk shit. It's my boy, man. Like,
That's
for real.
it,
I don't care. You try to find me someone that I judged or said I'm not talking to them no more because of their political views. You're not
Not
gonna find
until
it.
like what, the last 10, 15 years or even less than that. No one even asked that fucking question. Like,
Mhm.
what's your political thing?
Mhm.
What's your religion? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now it's just, that's like the whole news.
Yep. And now you shouldn't talk about politics in the barbershop. Well, guess what? Do whatever I want.
I'll do whatever I want.
Hey, man, I tell you
But
what.
I mean, I love fucking with people. I love talking shit. You know what I mean?
It's all good. It's all in good fun, man. Some people get upset. And there was somebody, man, I'm not saying no names, but if you're watching this, you know who you are. Someone that I really respected as a friend,
Uh-huh.
right? And didn't see him for a long time. It's a girl. Used to get her haircut. And I'm like, where the hell? I ain't seen her in a long time. Popped up like 6 months later and got a haircut with somebody else here.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, this is someone that I like, I was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not allowed to come in here no more because you voted for Trump. Yeah. And I'm like, you know me. Personally, we've had
That's it,
many
bro.
conversations. You know everything about me.
Yeah.
You know how I am. And you're going to go and not be my friend no more because of that? So that's when I know shit got real. It got real. But I don't want friends like that anyway.
Like when Trump first started running, I was like, like probably like everyone else, like damn, I mean, it's Trump, dog, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I started looking into his shit. I mean, he didn't give a fuck, bro. He
No.
told it like it is. If he said he's gonna do something, motherfucker does it.
Mm-hmm.
But who else you gonna get? Like Hillary?
Ooh.
And then they were like, it was Bernie and Hillary, and probably Bernie would have won it, which she, probably more like
She cut his throat.
cut his fucking throat,
Mm-hmm.
and so she ran out Democrat. So it was, which one you gonna pick?
The thing about it is I don't understand, man, because some of these people are college educated, they're educated people.
Mm-hmm.
They really believe that, like this guy, Yang Gang, is going to give you $1,000 a month. You know who that is? Yang, the guy that's running for president, Democrat.
Oh.
Chinese dude?
Yeah.
Or whatever, Asian. But anyways, he says, if you guys vote for me, if you're over 18, you're a United States citizen, I'm going to give you $1,000 cash a month because we have the money.
How the fuck that work? Is that
Here
like
goes the
bribery?
No, like $1,000 cash to everybody in the United States. And this guy was up, man, for a minute. I haven't really been paying attention as much. But he was up, man, because people were like, hell yeah, $1,000, free college, free this, free that. Now, who's paying for that?
That's the thing. All right, you want free college, free healthcare, free this, free that. Like, dude, like, where's the money gonna come from?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we already pay taxes on everything, dude. We pay taxes on our money. We pay taxes on our house. We pay taxes on our fuel. We pay taxes on our water.
Yep.
Everything is taxed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now they're talking about $15 an hour for minimum wage. It's like, dude, I mean,
All right.
I'll be damned if I pay $20 for a Big Mac.
But it's just obvious, man, that this guy is not. No one's getting $1,000, but all these people that are educated people really vote, going crazy over Bernie Sanders and stuff. And the socialism never worked before, and it's not going to work now.
Venezuela.
Boom. You know what I mean? Boom.
You know what I mean?
Like, what makes you guys think this shit's going to work? The
It's
whole
never worked
economy,
in history.
the economy is going to crash. All right, we get free healthcare, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means who pays the doctors?
Exactly.
Who's paying the doctors? So they're not gonna freaking show up. And you know, in Canada, how they have free healthcare. If you have
but the
cancer,
Harrisburg trash.
yeah, but look, at you got cancer, and you know you're in a bad place. Guess what? You're on the waiting list, dog, for like fucking God knows how long.
100%.
So you know what? It's just the way that I grew up, man. And basically, man, there ain't nothing for free. If you don't work, you don't eat, man. It's just not. It's called fantasy versus reality.
It's like I got a sign up by my station that says, I forgot exactly what it says, but it's like, you don't work, you don't eat, you don't grind, you don't something, but that's the truth, man. I mean, so many people are sitting there waiting for a handout. What the fuck you waiting on? You gonna be waiting a minute, bro.
Listen, we all got the same 24 hours, man. Every single one of us.
That's it.
And some people,
Shit,
man,
we ain't got enough hours in a day.
you know, some people, man, you know, have situations where, you know, they're not able to do what we do, man, and breathe and walk the same way. But
Oh, 100%.
You know, but,
and for them people, I mean, I don't throw salt on them. I'll be the first one to help you.
yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And you know, you got to get it, man. How you know, we only 80 years, 85 years we're on this earth. What do you want to do with your life? You want to build a legacy for your
I
family.
hope 85 years.
You know what I mean? Probably shit. We'll see, man. So I don't know, man. It's just a way of thinking, man. And shit's gotten so out of control now, where politics is fucking just it's insane, man. It's an insane time era to be in, with you know paying attention to politics.
You got all the social media, you got Facebook, Instagram. Back in the day, you didn't have none of that, man. So
Everyone has an opinion.
Have an opinion, and so people are so easily conversed. Like, oh, Jay said this, and this like people saying that we didn't like each other back in the day.
You know what I mean?
People take a little bit of a story and start believing that shit.
Yeah.
Dude. Once you get educated, make your own opinions, you know, and if you don't agree with what I say, don't get fucking mad. We ain't gotta fight about it or nothing. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, just
shit. Respect me for who I am. I respect you for who you are.
It is what it is, man. And the thing about it is so many people, man, they're just worried, man, about backlash and what this guy thinks and what that guy thinks. And at the end of the day, in this world, man, you got to live how you live and think how you think and not be afraid to talk about it, because it doesn't matter what anyone thinks or what's going to happen to you. Not a goddamn thing. But, you know, unless you're afraid to get punched in the face. I'm not afraid to get punched in the face. So what the fuck am I afraid about? Shit. You know what I mean?
It's like when you start getting into like the mass shootings and stuff, man. Like, remember that kid that the school walkout they had?
Mm-hmm.
My son didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So what Alan Park said? Alan Park was like, he's sitting in the classroom, so he didn't walk in with the rest. He's not a fucking follower.
Mm-hmm.
So what the teachers and everyone start talking shit. Oh, you don't this and you're not this and that. Like, try to make my son feel like shit because he didn't go along with the program.
Yeah.
You know?
What was the walkout? Something about school shootings or something?
Yeah, about the guns or something. My son said, man, people kill people. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. That was his statement to him, and inconsiderate. And that's what they pretty much said. He was inconsiderate.
So your son got the same mindset like what we do when it comes down to stuff like that.
Basically.
That's a beautiful thing, man. But if he didn't, then we respect that too, you know?
That's it, man.
It is what it is. But here goes the thing. It's insane to me. You know how some things are like, you know, maybe it's an opinion, maybe it's wrong. No. This one right here, what I'm about to say is a fact. By them trying to ban guns is the stupidest shit of all times.
100%.
Look at it. They banned drugs. You see what happened there?
Fucking
any little psychopath motherfucker, man, in the school, right? If he has it in his mind, he wants to come up in there and shoot the motherfucker up. 100% he's going to shoot it up. There's no way possible, man, that he's not going to freaking find a gun if he wants to find a gun.
Like, And I'd rather there be a armed security guard there or something like
Yeah, they
that.
should do that too, cause
They
shit's
should
getting
have
real.
guns in school. 100%.
If I was a teacher, man, you know they're not allowed to have. I had me a little something, man, that nobody's
Hell
seen.
yeah.
Because, man,
Man, these kids are like, dude, they're just so emotionally tied. Like, bullying goes back for generations. Like, shit, there's bullying. Always been bullying.
since they bullied Jesus.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? They bullied Jesus. But here goes the thing. Social media is what ruined the mindsets of, you know, our youth and the people on this planet.
Yeah.
Before social media, there wasn't no freaking soft ass shit, offended, baby, it's cold outside, you can't say that no more. Remember that? You know, we.
That was last year. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the new one to
Brought
come
it
out,
up.
dude. There's something always coming up.
Yeah. So it's people have been offended, probably, you know, in the back of their minds since day one.
Yeah.
But now it's like you don't have to go and you get in your car and go confront a motherfucker. It's like watching TV. Like, oh yeah, yeah, you think grab him by the pussy? Okay, fucking yeah, bitch, boom. And it's like that's it. So then they could say whatever they want. They could come up with the most craziest shit. And guess what? There's gonna be 1,000 people like, oh no, she didn't. Nah, 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 nah. And then it gets their minds so fucked up, and that's why they have all this crazy anxieties, man, because of social media. I wish, listen, I hate to say this, man, and we wouldn't be able to do this right now. But guess what? So be it. If I could snap my finger right now and vanish social media like it never happened, I would.
Probably.
I would, man. Fuck it. Because guess what? Before social media, we're still booked.
It's just.
You know, we don't need.
Social media is like a drug. You know, you got people coming up on there, you know, good morning Facebook, good night Facebook, or, you know, I get the whole family thing. If you want to share with your family, with your loved ones, but people get on there and, like, you know, showing fights, or, like, people get off on that, and, like, motherfucker be sitting there dying, everyone being like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, somebody gotta call police. Like, motherfucker, you got a phone in your hand.
Yep, fake book, man.
That's all it is, bro.
How many times have you got on Facebook, man, and seen someone you grew up with a meme about no snitching, snitches get stitches, and you
Snitches
know
get
that
stitches.
motherfucker done snitched. Or the biggest hoe in the neighborhood or in high school talk about, yeah, all these hoes out here nasty, and then it's just like, dog, it's fucking cringing to see everyone's sharing memes, a motivational meme
Yeah.
about some shit, but you're the laziest motherfucker ever. It's just you could be whatever you want.
You could tell a person by social media on some things, dude, like all that negative shit they throw out there, and you know, just all that shit, dude. I just some of the times I just look, dude. I'm like,
check it out, man.
I fucking watch the videos, man. I don't care
Yeah.
about social media, dude.
Right. A lot of people, though, man, their social media personality and their real personalities not the same.
No,
Because there's people that come in the barbershop and I see them walking, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, man. He's going to say some stupid shit. I'm going to have to kick him out, or I'm going to have to fucking punch him in his forehead, or whatever it is, right? And because I know him from Facebook, he's fucking obnoxious, right? And the one dude that I'm talking about is always talking about, I hate when dudes, man, are always on there talking about, all girls are hoes. Oh, there ain't no good women out here no more. I was out at the freaking mall and I seen these girls wearing a skirt. Have some respect. It's like, no, they don't like you. You know what I mean? They don't like you because you're fucking, what is the word? A male chauvinist motherfucker. You know?
Male chauvinist.
You know? So the dude walked in and I'm like talking to him. I'm like, man, this is a very nice fucking dude. This guy's a nice guy. He ain't even like that at all. The guy I'm talking about is not the dude that's talking about women out and not talking. I hate that shit. But the guy was real obnoxious on Facebook. I'm like, wow. So I start to get to know him after, you know, a while, a couple months of cutting his hair. I'm like, this guy is not even close to being like his social media. So the things that he says, he wouldn't say to you or around people.
Yeah.
He's comfortable in the
A lot of
computer.
people are like that, dude.
I never talk shit to nobody on there. I'll troll a little bit, you know, fucking around politics a little bit with people I know. But go down, dig deep into Facebook or social media and try to find me going at it with somebody back and forth. It's not gonna happen.
It's not, because I mean, people get Facebook tough and all that shit. I mean,
Yeah. because I don't feel comfortable saying something to somebody if we can't settle it like men right here. When you do, all right, well, fuck you. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll be up around 10. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. No, fuck that.
You got people like, man, all these women out here like shaking their ass, niggas. Niggas was like, man, this bitch bad, all this, and bitches like, what was that? What was the thing for the summer, dude? Talk about some Hennessy and Plan B. And these motherfuckers want a bitch like that, but then when they get a bitch like that, it's like, damn, she a hoe. Motherfucker, yeah, she a hoe.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure a hoe.
Remember that shit? She was a hoe, for sure. Remember that shit? He goes, hold up. Does it say here you was hurting for a squirting? That shit's funny, man.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, social media is crazy, man, and politics is a motherfucker. But guess what? I'm taking bets. $100. 2020, you know what's gonna happen. If you look right up there, there's a red hat.
Hell yeah, make America great.
Look at my boy Bobby G. Pure insane liberal. I'm talking about this dude opens his eyes in the morning and he's like, fucking hate Trump. And he goes on and on nonstop throughout the day, and he just really obsesses over it, man. He's a friend of mine, you know.
Yeah.
And he talks shit to me all. I wake up at 6 in the morning. There he goes on Snapchat talking shit, sending memes, whatever.
I ain't got that much time to do all that, though.
But that guy betted me $100 that he would be impeached by 3 years, right?
Hey, I'll take that bet too, bro.
Yep. Oh, he won't do it again. I already tried. But hey, he kept it real, man. He came and gave me He came in here. He gave me it was $100 bill. He was so pissed. He gave me the whole goddamn Mueller report and shit. I have it right here. I don't recall. It's fucking like that big. Like I'm gonna order it. And he had a bottle of Patron Platinum. He said, "Take which one?" I grabbed the Patron Platinum. It was $200.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it is what it is, man. You know, we're on the winning side, so we're good.
You know, I know a lot of people gonna see this and like, oh, fucking Trump. Like, I don't spend my days talking about Trump.
No.
Dude, I fucking work hard. I fucking bullshit. I take care of my family, man. That's all what fucking life's about, bro.
If there's anybody, man, that don't want to be my friend, or they don't want to get their hair cut by me, fuck them. And no, not just that. Over politics, and they know me personal, I definitely don't want you around me.
No.
Because that is the most insane shit I could think of.
Yeah.
Dog, just be, like I said, man, everybody has a different story, man. Whatever led from you being born up until however old you are to freaking form that decision in politically.
Yeah.
So be it, man. You have a different story.
Yeah, you look at like even presidents, you pick a president what best suits you. You know, and your beliefs.
Yep.
And this, you know, the way you grew up and it forms you who you are today. You know what I mean?
Yep. And a lot of people, man, hate him because he says dumb shit.
He does say dumb shit.
And guess what? He does. And the guy's
We all do.
He's a fucking asshole. You know?
Grab my pussy. Can you believe he said grab my pussy?
We're gonna talk about that.
And why you out here cheating on your husband? So
Yeah. Look at this shit, man. My wife hates him. I don't think she hates him, but she don't like him, right? And she don't like that I support him and stuff like that. And it's what it is.
It is what it is.
But when I first heard that he said all Mexicans are rapists, I'm like, oh damn, dog. I might have to like, dog. I don't know, man. If I can support someone that says that, you know, I'm Mexican. Well. I remember that night in bed, I'm like, I pull it up on YouTube. I watched it 10 times to try to freaking like find out why people are saying this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He says that the Mexican government sends some of their worst people over here to get rid of them. You know, like, let's just say you've been in prison 5 times already, man. We're sick of freaking feeding you, man. Sneak them across the border, right? That is a truth. That's true.
Yeah.
He said some of the people that they send over here are rapists and whatever. He didn't say all Mexicans. He said they're sending some of their worst over.
That's it.
So what don't they understand? They're still bringing that shit up all the time.
People take what they want to hear
Mm-hmm.
and roll with it, bro.
Oh my God. And then the what's the word I'm looking for? hypocrisy of the left is insane. For example, they have Antifa. You know who that is?
Yeah,
Those guys are anti-fascist, but they're fascist.
Yeah.
Did you see? When I say this, people are, what the fuck are you watching that for? But I seen the clip of The View the other day when they had Trump Jr. on there.
Dude, they wouldn't let him talk. It was like
Fuck,
you
he was-
find someone on there and you wouldn't even let the motherfucker. You know, it's just attacking him. That's
Yeah.
all they do.
Instead of calling it The View, they should call it Their View.
Live real. That's it.
But
100%.
Did you see what he said to homegirl?
Which part?
Joy. They were going in. It was like the.
I really don't watch The View. I watched it a couple times. I fucking hate Whoopi and all that.
We're not supposed to watch The View.
Whoopi's like, you know, blackface in this, but dude, her ex-boyfriend did blackface.
Oh, you seen it?
And she wrote all that shit for her.
Dog.
Like, dude, you hypocrite ass.
My cousin Larry, like I was basically, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, upset. I have notifications on my phone about politics. My cousin Larry's insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's Mexican. He's a police officer, man, and he's a freaking huge Trump supporter, and he really, really like pays attention. And I was doing it at the time with him, man, and then my wife was like, you know what, man, you're spending way too much time, you know, looking at politics when you could be using the energy towards, you know, your business and whatever. And I'm like, it really it registered to me that day. I'm like, you know what, man, at the end of the day, no matter who's in office, I'm going to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it. My life is going to be exactly the way that I planned it to be. You know, so who's in the office is not going to affect me, but it's still cool to pay attention and to, like, you know, see what's going on, stuff like that. And it's like a gang, man. You can't be in real gangs no more.
No.
So we're about the left and the right, you know, so it's cool and all. But yeah, I stopped paying attention as much. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, man, about my cousin. I really forgot now. Shit. My cousin Larry, yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, this guy right here, I know what it is. He obsesses so much over politics, you know?
Yeah.
This is my favorite cousin, man. He's the shit. But I realized, man, it was making me kind of negative. Because when you first wake up and
Negatives attract negative.
Yeah.
Positive attract positive.
yeah,
You are who you surround yourself with.
boom, your vibe is your tribe.
That's
So-
it.
When I realized, man, I'm waking up in the morning, first thing I read is whatever happened, and I see all these idiots' comments,
Mm-hmm.
starting my day off in the wrong way. You know, and you know that your morning routine is the basis of your day. Whatever you do in the morning, man, is the most important thing. So I realized that, man, and if you were to ask me a question about something right now, I really don't know what the fuck's going on. I really don't know really what's going on, and that's cool, man. I still support who I support, and you know, my way of thinking.
That's
You
it.
know,
It's like every once in a while, you know, I just hate how people be like, you know, oh, Mark does this, Mark does that, you know. I don't know, dude. It's over.
what are you talking about? Explain that.
Like say how, you know,
Mhm.
I'll be like, oh, let's go Mark Rome with Trump. Mark did this.
You don't
I'm
fuck with
like,
him, huh?
no, I'm like the only motherfucker to put. But dude,
That's like me
my
here.
daughter's half Mexican, dude. My niece and nephew is Mexican. I've been Mexican around my life. I don't even look at color. Dude, I went to fucking E-course.
You're the least racist person, man, that I know. So,
You know?
but you're labeled a racist now. For
Dude,
people that don't know you,
I have no filter.
that's what you know. Shit, man.
And I'm not scared to, you know, I say nigga a lot. And my son's like, Dad, you can't say that.
Mhm.
You know what? And I do try to stop saying it around my kids and
Mhm.
shit.
Mhm.
But I'm saying that shit fucking 41 years old. I've been saying it for.
Here goes the thing, man. Any motherfucking white boy that grew up in Southwest, Rouge, E-Course, the inner city, they have a past with me. And I'm not black, so I ain't got no say-so name. I guess it's a black, you know. But anyways, every person that I ever went to high school with, to grade school, or grew up in the hood, they say it.
Yeah.
And I don't think, matter of fact, man, I really don't give a shit who says it. It's a stupid ass word, man.
Yeah.
So, but it's more like, you know, white boys, men, and girls, you know, in the inner city. That's what they've been hearing and they've been saying. And nobody says anything in the hood.
No.
No black person ever checks a white person for saying the N-word
Mm-mm.
in the hood.
Yeah,
But if they come
no.
out this way,
Yeah.
they'll be like, hey, man, you know,
I
whatever.
appreciate you saying that and this and that. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Dog, did you ever see, man, the Kwame Kilpatrick era, man, when they buried the word nigga in Detroit. You never seen that? They put it in a casket, man. There was a big Jesse Jackson's there. Everybody's there, and they put it. I don't know how they did it, but they put the word in a big ass casket and they lowered it into the ground and buried it, dog.
Well, somebody dug that bitch back up.
Yeah, and I think the Kwame got caught saying it 2 days later or something.
Shit, while he was robbing the city.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. But there's some people, man, that it's like felony use of the word nigga.
Oh, 100%.
I swear to God, man, and I always tell this story. White boy that I know, right? I don't even know how he fits it in there the way he does, but he does it so gracefully, like in a sentence. So I'm like, man, he says this shit like fucking 30 times in 1 minute, but it makes sense. So one time, this is years ago, he's coming in, and when I get him hyped up, man, about a story and get him freaking going, that's when he really starts using it. So I said, listen, homeboy's about to come in right now. I was like, I want you to sit over there, and I want you to count how many times he says the word nigga during a haircut, right? So I'm like, man, what about homeboy, dog? He was still talking shit, man. What do you know? I don't know what it is, and get us adrenaline going, and he was like, and I'm like, it's like, wow, you put that word in there, and, the, but, an adjective, a pronoun, fucking, concept.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how he does it, but it makes sense. So after the haircut was done, I looked over at homeboy, and he was like 96 times during one haircut. That's kind of obnoxious, man.
Yeah, that's a little bit, man. But to each his own. I don't care.
It's whatever. It's a word, man. Here goes
It's
the
a
thing.
fucking word, dude. It's like saying, it's like to me, like how we grew up. It's like saying, "What's up, brother?"
Yeah.
You know
It
what
can
I
mean
mean?
anything.
It can mean anything.
It can mean anything. So I don't
Just because
understand.
I'm white, I can't say it. I say fuck you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say the shit.
Yep. Hopefully, man, that this goes viral, and we got like a couple 100,000 to 1 million views because everyone's pissed off about it. There you go. Nah,
Hey.
man.
I respect you until you come at me like,
It's just a word, though.
oh, Mark's a racist, or this, and that. Man, fuck you, dude. I mean, come on, really?
No, man.
You must not
We
even
love
watch this
everybody,
shit.
man. Shit. If someone tries to call me, somebody, one time, I forget what it was on Facebook or something, was like, yeah, you vote for Trump? He goes, yeah, you're a racist. I said, motherfucker, I stood up in black weddings. I grew up in black households.
Yeah.
I've been, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I don't even look at skin,
I took
bro.
a picture, man, of me standing up in some weddings and stuff. I'm the only one. You see all black and you see a little bright ray of sunshine in the background. I'm like, all right, does that look racist to you, motherfucker?
I worked in an all-black barbershop for 4 years, bro. I'm the only white dude to even step foot up in that motherfucker, let alone cut.
Was it before the movie Barbershop or after?
It was after, but
Oh, because
I remember my first week. I'm
they were
there.
calling you homeboy. What's his name, Isaac?
Oh yeah, they did call
You
me
know, they called
Isaac.
me that too.
And this little kid sit in my chair, and Ma came and snatched him up. Ain't no white boy gonna be cutting my son's hair. Ended up being a good client of mine, cause I don't hold grudges, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah, you
if you
respect
come
that.
to me and respect me and this, and I don't hold grudges. But it ended up being a real good client of me because it was so busy in that shop. She was like, "Well, can you cut his hair?" With her little attitude and shit. But I do what I do. I fade the shit out of
And
him.
you're a beast too, man. You know what I mean? My boy Mark, definitely throw it down. I worked in a few all black barbershops, but I worked at Mr. Buck's for like 3 months. You know where that's at? Inkster.
Oh damn.
Dog. On Inkster Road in Cherry Hill. And definitely the only motherfucker that ain't black in there. There ain't nobody customers. And I'll never forget it. Those guys in there could, they can cut. And man, I remember, man, I was living with my cousin because I was like, shit, I was like 17 years old, man. My mom kicked me out and shit. I was always acting up. I didn't stay with my cousin in Redford. And shouts out to my cousin Jamie. She always took me in every time I got kicked out. But I'm like, shit, I gotta make some money, man. Plus I'm bored and shit. I wanna cut some hair. It ain't like, we're having fun. I remember I was sitting there, man, for like, nobody got my chair, man, for like 3 weeks. It's packed packed in there, like elbow to elbow. I'm just sitting in there, man, reading fucking magazine. And I remember this one dude comes in. He walks in. He's like, "Hey, how many you got? How many you got? How many you got?" He was like,
Get down to it.
"What about this next one? You heard this one? Ready? Hey, man, you know how to fade? Motherfucker. What do you think I'm here for? You think that dude will hire me?" But I was like, "Man, come on, man." And I remember it was a Saturday, and there was, no lie, I'm not that exaggerating, there was like 50, 60 people in there. Crazy. All right, come on, man. All of a sudden, the whole place, I'm like, oh shit. Everyone's watching me now.
Mm-hmm.
The guy barber across from me, he just got a dude in his chair that's been waiting for 2 hours. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm not shy, man. I'm not nervous. I'll go on stage and talk in front of 1 million people. I don't give a shit. But I remember I'm cutting and getting a taper. Everyone's watching me. Boom, with the straight razor. They don't even use the straight razor in there.
No,
A lot of black barbers don't.
No, because
So-
some of it irritates your skin. This and that.
Well, as long as you the neck, you
Yeah.
could always hit them right here.
Yeah, around the side. Yeah.
But I remember everybody's watching me, and then the homeboy was like, "Oh shit!" You say, they call me Essay.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Essay, throw it down." And then the dude that was sitting in the chair right there,
Mm-hmm.
in the other chair, he goes, "Dog, why didn't you tell me you know how to cut, man? I've been waiting for 2 hours." Right? And I was like, "Oh shit, you didn't ask."
Out here,
He didn't ask. And I remember everybody in there, man, was like so surprised. They didn't think I knew how to do a fade.
That's it.
So after that, man, I started getting some people, man, because the barbers weren't gonna recommend me either.
No, I worked in some dog barbershops, dude.
Mhm.
Like, you go to the bathroom and people come in, Mark here?
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't come in today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people were hungry, dude.
Mhm.
Like, and then, but I've got to the shops where they just, you had to prove yourself, bro.
Yeah.
No one gave you shit, dude.
No.
You really had to take them first couple cuts, make them sit in your chair a little longer, and you could have popped them out quick, but
Mhm.
just to show you off your work, man, just
Yeah.
being there. It's like people come in the shop and they were like, "Oh, I'm not making no money and this and that," but you're sitting back on your phone and I'm gonna go to lunch and do this. Your first 6 months in a barbershop, you should be hustling your ass off. You see this dude making $1,000 a week,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not you.
And guess what?
He got to that point by working his ass off.
Yep. Dog, I've seen people. Here goes the thing, man. With the whole barber industry, the way it goes right now, man, and what it's become. And I know you've been licensed for how long now?
2003.
2003. I graduated in 2002. I graduated in 2003, October 3rd and October 4th. That's how we got that connection. Well, anyways, what was I getting at right there? Back then, man, we went to school and it was like you were not getting into a barbershop, man. Not even in the hood unless you had a license.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask your opinion on this. And this is what I'm about to say is not labeling the group of people. This is the majority, in my opinion. Do you think that barbers that have a license and went to school and paid all that money and went through all that shit respect the craft more and the occupation more than people without? And I know that there's a lot of barbers too that don't have a license yet. It's freaking way better than the people with the license.
I mean, yeah, you take it. I mean, that's what you do. I mean, it's like I can only talk for myself. I went to school, and because that's what I knew I wanted to do with my life.
Mm-hmm.
And like some of these barbers, right now, I just think the barber this last 10 years, it's a touchy subject because a lot of people get butthurt, and I'm not trying to butthurt no one, but. These last couple years, it became a fad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's an easy money, and this and that. Yeah, it's easy money when you didn't go to school, but you know what I mean?
They're like, it's not even a real job, it's a hustle.
Yeah, motherfucker want to come up in there and, give it a couple weeks now. Versus somebody who went to school, he just went to school all that time.
Yep.
So you going to make this shit work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're not going to go in being lazy, this and that. I don't know, man. It's just, but I know some barbers that they're on license and do some of the
Always
best,
on time,
always on time.
super clean. I know, man, some unlicensed barbers, man, that are freaking like super organized, dope at their haircuts, perfect conversation, man, professionalism, you know.
100%.
But I think that's a small percentage of them.
It's a small percentage.
I'm gonna say 25%, you know, compared to, you know, out of 100, because then you got the motherfuckers that are no work ethic, and then it's fucked up because when I'm on this show, I always tell everybody when I bring up a situation like I'm about to, it's not all of them. I'm not putting a label on a group. That's like saying all Republicans are racist.
That's it.
Or all fucking liberals are crybabies and shit. I know some liberals that'll whoop your ass, you know.
That's it.
But what was I getting at with this? What I was saying, about those like these guys, man, are super clean. But then you got the guys, man, that are just always late, man, always dirty as hell. Oh, don't pick up after yourself.
Your work
Over
ethic
here,
suck.
Yeah, expecting
Like a handout.
Yeah,
From
basically.
Going, like me take my overfill and keep on tossing to you and energy while you sit back and do you know.
Yeah, no, they don't promote themselves.
No.
You know, they don't do anything that you're supposed to do to become successful. They're like, well, look at Jay, man. Look at Amanda. Or look at Mark. Nah, motherfucker, we done blood, sweat, and tears.
That's it.
Motherfucking basically crying.
Alright.
Almost low-key crying, dog, at times, man, because it's just so stressful, man. Especially in the beginning and in the middle and now. It's never easy, but they don't have to, like, when I was 19 years old in barber college, man, I'm drinking, I'm partying all the time, man. You know how hard it was for me to wake up every morning and get there at 8 o'clock in the morning and do 8 hours a day and cut hair for free?
Yeah.
2,000 hours?
I mean, yeah, you might get some tips, but
No. Where I'm getting at with this is, I feel that, you know, the way the human brain is wired, man, I feel that you're going to respect the craft a lot more if you go through that
you
than you
will.
would. Because what do you have to lose? The board, they came up in here, you know, they've been making their rounds and shit, and I guess they want to do their job
And
now.
I guess they put some new laws on the book.
I got them right here on my phone.
Like one's an extra, which is a given, but
Mhm.
some of these barbers don't even know sanitation.
How can they?
Yeah, but what's that blue stuff you put your comb in?
Mm.
Your barber side, dude? Go on, dog.
What is that, Kool-Aid?
What's your first step when you cut hair? And I always ask somebody, what's your first step when you cut hair? You know? And I don't know, but I'm like, no, you grab your comb, you comb their hair. Make sure they ain't got no fucking bugs in their hair. Make sure they got nothing on their skin. You know what I mean?
Ooh, bam. I got it.
Cause you can throw that damn comb away.
Yeah. But there was a dude that came in here with lice, man, about a year ago, dog.
That's
And
it.
this motherfucker, man, one of the girls was working for me. She don't work here no more, but she stopped the haircut and she goes, I gotta talk to you. Comes over here. She goes, he's infested with lice. This motherfucker he hasn't had a haircut in a long time. He had some glasses on and there was yellow around there. He was 21 years old and he was just like, I don't know, man. Dog. So she said, what I do? I'm like, you gotta tell him.
You got it
You
though.
gotta tell him, man. She took him over here and did it professional, you know, and then he left. And I have a video in my phone that the hair that she did take off, I took a picture of you could see the lice inside the hair on the floor, and I swear to God, these motherfuckers been eating for over a year.
And that fucked
Big.
up her money for the rest of the day, didn't it?
No, we made it come back like crazy, because she just took one
Oh god.
swipe. Dog, I got the video in my hair. These are some hood lice.
What about that bed bugs?
Dog, this motherfucker's life, dog. I could have swore homeboy gave me the middle finger when I looked down at him, man. Hey, these motherfuckers been eating good, man, for like a year, and they were growing. And I never seen nothing like it, man. But what's the worst thing you've seen in the barbershop when it comes down to nasty motherfuckers?
I've seen a lot of ringworm. I seen a little kid, he had ringworm all over him. And I was a young barber. I remember scratching myself, and I actually got it on my arm before.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found out you can use foot ointment to get that shit off. Yeah, because it's a fungus.
Alright, I know you've been through this before, because every barber has. How many motherfuckers do you have in your chair, man, that you get in your chair and you're like,
Oh, this has
hold up, man, like, there's no way possible that you can't smell yourself. What's the most stinkiest motherfucker you ever had in your chair?
I've had some. It's like I'm gonna cut you real fast. You get
What do you say? Here goes the question. You tell them. It's hard for me.
It's hard. I don't tell them, dude. I to be honest, like it ain't been like
It's hard.
it's hard. It's hard. you're an asshole, I probably would tell you. Well, you know, I mean, I got people off of work, you know, coming out the mill, and you know, and I get it, man.
Just gotta breathe through your mouth, man, and just freaking do your
That's
job.
it, man.
I
I'm
hate-
a professional, dude. I treat haircut when I bullshit. It's my profession, dude. It's
Yeah.
how
I hate when people are like, dog, I would have told them. It's like, no, you wouldn't, man. Some people, I know there's some people that would, but man, that's a hard one right there.
It's a hard one, man.
That's a hard one, man, because I would love to tell them like you gotta go home and shit. You know,
A lot of
you
people, a
come
lot
back.
of these barbers rip on the public, dude, but the public pays our bills. You know?
Yeah, man. So, shit, there was a situation, man. This was about, I don't think I told you about this, man. This was a couple months ago. And, Amanda, man, she goes, stops her haircut. She goes, come here, I gotta talk to you. Right? Tell me what you do in this situation. I'm like, what up? She goes, come over. She goes, there was two boys, right? They're like, you know, little kids, 4 and 5 years old, brothers, and these motherfuckers, she goes, those fucking two brothers are making out. What? I'm like, well, it's all
Brothers?
Yeah, they're brothers. I said, man, they're brothers, so they kiss each other. He goes, no, they're fucking making out. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So, go back over there, and, I'm watching them cutting hair, and I look over, and these motherfuckers are, like, French kissing each other, dog.
Dude.
I'm like, what?
I'm hillbilly, dog, but I ain't never seen no
Hey.
shit like that.
You know, I'm half hillbilly, man, half Mexican, man. So, and I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know, my hillbilly side's, man, from Kentucky. Shit. Some of my cousins probably ain't, you know, probably, you know.
I mean,
Probably my aunt and my cousin, who knows, but yeah, what would you do? We were asking people, and there's some people like, I would have motherfucking said something. I'm like, no, you probably wouldn't, man. It was hard, dog.
it's hard, man. It depends on on a lot, dude. Like, now there's a bunch of kids in that shop and shit like that. I probably would have said something, like, you know. But if you do say something, you gotta say it in a way where you ain't trying to offend no one.
Yeah, man,
I
for
mean,
sure.
if you want first against your brother, ain't me. Nigga, go ahead, shit.
Yeah, it's like what kind of shit you guys got going on in that household, man?
Yeah, like,
'Cause I was
that was
thinking-
a blood brother though.
Yeah, they're little kids, so they were little kids, so they don't know any better. And
That's
at
learned
first,
behavior, too,
at
so-
first I was thinking like, you know, you have kids, we all have kids. Okay, give you and their baby, give your brother a kiss.
Yeah.
This one was like, you know, they were going at it, man, on the couch.
Man,
And
that's
I'm
weird,
just like,
bro. That's weird.
Man, oh my God, dog. Like, I thought about it after he left, like maybe I should have, said something. But I'm like, you know what, that's fucking
I didn't
too
even
awkward.
think about it that way, dude.
Yeah, it's
That's
too
fucking
awkward,
weird.
man. It was very awkward, man. I don't know
Like,
what
I
to say.
give my daughter a kiss on the lips, and hell, I give my son a kiss on the cheek and shit
Mhm.
like that. But you
No,
know,
these
when he was younger, I did, but
Oh, these motherfuckers were really going at it, man, with tongues and shit.
Weird, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
What was
Jesus
the mama?
Christ.
Was the mama there?
Nah, it was a pops, man.
Fuck with shit.
No.
Even worse. What
Oh, wait.
Pops doing?
He did. Well, here was the thing, man. Homeboy didn't see it because he had the towel,
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm pretty sure that's what goes on in the fucking back seat when on the way home too. So I don't know. I haven't seen one guy since, so I'm like, fuck it. I hope I don't have to see them again.
Yeah, that's rough, dude.
What's the craziest shit, man, that's ever happened in your barbershop? You gotta have. I know there's a lot of shit, but what's something that really stands out?
Oh, fuck, dude. For the most part, a lot of people respect my shop, dude, but, fight in there with no, there's never been a fight, because I always take it, I step in, I make them take it outside.
They ever fight outside?
They'll fight down the street.
Okay.
Shit, you smoke weed, I don't even, I ain't against weed or nothing, don't smoke that shit by my shop, take that shit down.
Another question. How do you feel about, you got a bunch of kids and old people, in your barber shop, and then the one dude comes in, man, he just clam baked the blunt in the car, and the whole barber shop stinks. What is your opinion on that?
That just, God, dude. And that's a rough one, man. That is a rough one. Me, I'm like, damn, somebody stink up in here. You
I
know
always
what I
gotta
mean?
say something too.
I always gotta say something, but I don't approach them. Like, I've had people like, there's 5 of us at the shop, and we're always bullshit, man. You know, we talk from A to B. You know, we talk a lot of shit. That's why a lot of people say they come to us.
Yeah.
And but when if a mother brings her kid inside, that shit stops. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't. I mean, we're hood, but we're not that hood. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, look at it, man. I'm definitely not against marijuana.
No,
It's a beautiful thing, man. Marijuana's
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing, but I think that since it become legal, people have become extra with it, and they think that it's nothing. It's just like smoking cigarettes, but it's a drug that alters your mind.
Your kids going like kids going to school smell like weed.
Mhm.
I'm growing in the house. I don't got about fucking 80 plants down in the basement. My kids gonna go to smell like a straight blunt.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, it's like dog. And if you smoke weed, man, with your kids in the car, dog, that's
You're a fucking asshole. Just like I smoke cigarettes, bro. I don't smoke cigarettes with my kids in the car.
back in the
I
day.
don't even
Man,
smoke in my fucking house. I go outside.
but back in the day when cigarettes were everywhere, dog, my mom always smoked cigarettes in the car.
I grew up. My
And
dad was smoking.
clam bake it because it was a different time.
It was a different time.
Remember that commercial, man? One of them kids in the back seat, and he's like, my dad's smoking square down the way to school. He's like, I smoke 1 pack every day before school. That was me in the back seat. Shit. But it was different, man.
Back then you could smoke fucking everywhere. Smoke in the hospital. It's got new well rabies.
Yeah. Yep. But the thing about it is marijuana, man. People think like, oh, now that it's legal, man, you could just fucking.
Yeah.
And it is a lot more lenient, but you can't drive around, dog, and smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
Because guess what? It does make you. It depends on the strain, because shit's weird now, man. All the stuff they got. It's not just what we had back in the day, but you know, it still alters your mind. And a lot of people, older people, and you know, people with kids, they still look at it as disrespect to come around into a business smelling like that. You know, it doesn't really bother me, but the fact that it would bother some people in here bothers me. So I think it's disrespectful. For example, I was in Secretary of State a couple weeks ago. I had to get my license and shit, right?
Mhm.
Renewed. And these 2 teenage dudes come up in there, and these motherfuckers smell boom, right? And I'm thinking, all these old people in here, man, are all thinking the same thing. You know, it's like, dog, it's still considered a drug.
That's it.
I think it's disrespectful to do that, but
That's but me and you. I mean, to me, respect is everything.
mhm.
I'm gonna show respect, you know, and like I think everyone, like, if everyone showed fucking respect, dude,
Mhm.
world be better. Fuck who's in office, this and that,
But-
respecting each other.
that goes back to what we were saying earlier about politics. Everyone's like, like liberals and Democrats, and they're like, everybody, man, should be peaceful and racism, and well, guess what? I'm not the one that fucking made the rules. God did, and guess what? Since the beginning of time, man, they've been fucking. Oh yeah, you want to be peace on earth? Well, guess what? These motherfuckers will roll up, man, on our country and chop your kid's head off in front of you.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it, you know.
These motherfuckers, like how them they show me videos, motherfuckers cutting their head off like, dude,
I
I want
watch
to
all
see
that
that
shit.
shit,
I
bro.
got one for you.
I'm like, hey, say them niggas over in Mexico,
Mhm.
dog. Fuck that.
Did you see the one, man, that just happened, dog? That's another thing, man. The captions of these videos, we don't know what happened. This guy probably didn't even do nothing. But it says, I bet he won't molest any more children.
With the fucking dogs on the neck,
Oh,
nigga.
you seen that?
Nigga.
Dog, why the fuck did they start the video so late?
Yeah, because
guy
that
was
motherfucker
ripping
was
his
just
feet off.
taking it. Like, I ain't there at that point, you only think he had any dick or balls
No,
left.
when it started, man, that boy got castrated, man, with the pit bull, bit his penis and his balls off. Dog, what do you think? Yeah, that video right there, look at, I'm big on beheadings and all that crazy
I
shit.
think if you touch a fucking kid, they should end you.
Dog, I think Trump should be I know it would never pass, but here goes the thing. You molest a motherfucking child, I don't care what you do, man. You could go out and fucking chop people's heads off down the street and fuck people up, overgrows your money, whatever. It ain't none of my business. As long as you don't fuck with kids,
That's it.
I don't care what you do. Don't fuck with kids. Now, here goes the thing.
Don't fuck with kids, don't fuck with my shit.
Yeah, or me. But, or my family, you know. But
That's
really,
it.
really kids, man.
My family's
Now,
my shit.
mind you, a motherfucker, man, that's a child molester, they put him in jail, guess what? They cannot change his mind.
No.
He's still going to be attracted to kids. So you have to kill this motherfucker.
What about the motherfucker, dude?
Don't even say what you're about to say. Go ahead.
The LGBT community, dog.
Oh yeah.
Now I cut a lot, you know, all that.
Oh, I got a lot of
And
lesbians.
I talked to him about it. They had a
They agree
fucking
with
thing about a fucking pedophile or something. It
Pedosexual.
ain't their fault that they're attracted to a fucking 13-year-old boy. We should allow that shit. Fuck out of here. That's how fucked up this shit is, man.
Mm-hmm. Look at have you seen the documentary on Vice where the fucking pedos or those chomos, man, they come together as an organization. All right, you have lesbian, gay, whatever, trans, you know, different type of sexualities. They want to be known as pedosexual. They want to have their own sexuality.
That's what I'm probably talking about.
Because they feel like, hey, this is the way we're born. You know, that dude right there likes men. And guess what?
So
I'm a firm believer.
Serial killer gonna say the same thing?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm a firm believer, man, is I'd say the majority of people that are homosexual are born like that.
Yeah.
I've seen, there was a kid, man, on my street growing up, right? He was a baby, gayest baby, man, you'll see in your life, man. Mother on his diaper, man, you know. He's this little baby going, he's in the hood, man, and he was like playing with Barbie dolls and super feminine for a boy. Now, how is he supposed to make that decision when he's a baby?
Yeah.
That's the way he was born. That's the way God made you. You were born like that. But the freaking kids thing,
That's too much.
I don't even know where to go with that. But a lot, like a majority of those dudes have been molested themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they've been molested
Well,
themselves.
some of that LGBT thing, they take a lot of shit too far. Like they infringe on other people's beliefs. Like I don't care what a motherfucker does. You wanna marry the same sex? Go marry the same sex. I don't give a
That's
fuck.
the thing about it.
But then you got some people that I grew up in church and all this, and like a man, a woman, this and that. Like there was one dude that he believed a man and woman should be married. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's his fucking belief.
Who gives a fuck what he thinks?
Just like if you want to do you, let him do him.
Look at, I'm a lover of people, man. I love
That's
people,
it.
man. You know, and I have like a heart, man, for certain shit that people don't, and it gets me in trouble sometimes, man. I'm a type of person, man, that I put a lot of people first before myself throughout the years, man,
100%.
and it's got me in trouble, and I really meditated on it, man, and really strengthened my mindset to stop doing that because it fucked me up. But I want people, whatever, bro, you're my boy, right? I give a shit how you feel. If you say, Jay, I'm about to cut my fucking penis off, man, and put a vagina. If that's what's going to make you happy,
Go do it.
go and do it. But the other thing is, man, is majority of those dudes, once they do it, they feel like, damn, maybe I made a mistake, and then they end up freaking, the suicide rate. So, but guess what? If that's what's going to make you happy, man, I want everyone to be happy. And that's another thing about the hypocrisy, the left and the right. You got the right, man, Republicans like, yeah, fucking God made Adam and fucking Eve, not Adam and Steve, brother. It's like, dog.
If that's what you want to do it.
No, it doesn't bother me, man. I've been,
But
man.
also, if a motherfucker don't believe in that, respect him. It goes both ways. Respect is a two-way street, bro.
Yeah, I just want, like I said, man, people are born like that.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many of my good friends, man? I have good friends, man, that are gay.
Yeah.
Both guys and girls.
I
Lesbian
don't
and
judge
gay.
shit.
And guess what, man? I've been out with them to the bar,
Hell
get
yeah.
fucked up. Hey, my dudes that I know, man, are gay. They be telling me about their boyfriend shit. I talk to them about that.
Yeah.
I talk shit to them like, you sick motherfucker, they're my boys. Just like what they
Hey,
told me
work
about
for
a
that
girl.
dude. This motherfucker gay as hell, but I mean, he was cool. Cool as fuck. That's me, I don't judge people, dude. I just don't.
For what?
Just know I'm a certain way, and you respect me on that, we cool. I'm not, 100%.
Hey, like I said, whatever a person has to do, man, to make them happy at the highest level, that's what I want you to do, because what does it have to do with me? What am I, with my opinion and the way I feel? You gotta do what makes you happy, man, and you're gonna freaking live a shitty life. The motherfuckers with the kids thing,
Oh,
Those guys-
that's something different, bro.
Those guys are not allowed to think like that, and they need to motherfucking kill them as soon as they get caught. They need to kill them on the
Yeah.
spot, because guess what? As soon as they get out of jail, they're gonna be creeping around again, looking at little kids and shit.
I think
and I
if
will-
you touch a kid, dude,
Bro, I would
you just need your old.
listen, man. This is a God's honest truth, dog. If I ever caught a motherfucker messing with a kid, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. 100,000%, man. I'm gonna freaking kidnap him and tie him up and fucking torture them. And I wouldn't have no problem. And all those sick ass beheadings you seen, that wouldn't be an issue for me at all with one of them
You know
fuckers.
what? If
When
you
it
was-
comes to that, I wouldn't have no
if
remorse
somebody touch one
at
of my
all.
kids like that,
It's even hard to talk about.
dude.
You can't kill them right away, because what for?
I wouldn't want to
Doing-
kill him right away. I'd have fun with him.
Yeah,
Like that. Now then my inner D was gonna come out and yeah.
yeah, man. Because I watch all those beheadings all the
Yeah,
time. I know
yeah.
some shit. Hey, did you ever see when they
Was
chopped
that
off?
payback when my man hit him in the tummy with the fucking hammer? Yeah, I mean whatever, bro.
Did you ever see the one, man? It's the Mexican cartel. You know how they're down in, down South America. It could be Nicaragua, it could be wherever.
Uh-huh.
You know a motherfucking Mexican when you hear them, when they speak to Spanish. So I know these were some Mexicans, right? They chop off that dude's arms and his legs. Did you see that one?
Nah, I've seen some.
And then they
like
whipped
that.
his ass with his legs. I'm gonna send you that shit. I have it right here on my phone. You didn't see that one?
No, I didn't see that. What?
And then I think to myself, man, what did they do with this dude afterwards? Did they let him live like a gimp, or did they kill him? And then when you see beheadings like that, do you ever think, all right, yeah, they fucking just cut off his head, but what did they do to him before that?
I don't know.
They didn't just say, hey, Papa, come on, you're gonna come with me and let me tie you up, and then we're gonna start the video. No, they've been fucking chopping off this.
That's the only thing about
Shit.
Mexico, like in all them countries that I'm kind of jealous that we don't have like street justice,
Mm-hmm.
like be able to get away with it when motherfucker touches kids and shit like that.
They get off easy too, man. Motherfucker for drugs doing 20 years. This dude done
Yeah,
whatever he did with a kid, get a little two-piece.
that's it.
And then, motherfucking, you go on the internet and you could find all of them around here. Man, you ever did that?
Yeah, I have done that.
Dog,
It's fucking,
were
it's
you-
disgusting.
Were you flabbergasted at how many of these fuckers are just around your city?
They're all over the place. Like, man, I need to check that lately because where I'm at now, I haven't checked. So I need to check that shit.
A lot of them know.
I'm overprotective of my daughter.
Oh,
My baby
God.
girl, man. Oh, hell no.
Dog, that's why, man, here goes the thing. You have to balance out your work life and your family life. Because,
It's hard.
not to say that would be, anybody's fault or whatever like that, but you need to, your daughters, man, especially, man, to be super sharp with guys and just their surroundings, period. You got so many dudes, man, in business making millions or just working their ass off. And then, at the end of the day, they don't even know their kids. And then their daughter ends up going out and fucking doing God knows
I
what.
know.
So,
That's-
and then
that's
guess what?
hard.
Then they look back like, man, I've been chasing these millions. My daughter's got a Range Rover, but I didn't freaking instill anything into them, man, and really freaking mold them in the way I want it. Now it's too late. So you gotta balance it out, man. That's why
Right.
I don't give a fuck. My daughter's basketball games, she plays for the school,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like on Wednesday. I forget which day, but my wife blocked me off for everyone, because I said that's one thing I will not do, man. Is do what some people. I have friends of mine,
Yeah.
and family members that, man, been chasing money, man, successful, big ass house, but everything. But at the end of the day, man, they didn't balance it out, and their kids end up becoming fucked up because of it. I said I won't do that, so I said I'm not gonna miss. There's no amount of money, man, or fame, or anything that would have me miss, man, any of these events, or anything like
hard.
that. And it's hard.
Dude, it's hard.
It's fucking
I
hard.
was one of my dad growing up, he worked all the time. We barely ever seen my dad, but now that I got to that age, like I get it, dude, but it's so hard. Like me, I don't even go out.
And I don't judge no one either, man, because it's hard, man.
They all, they call me the old dude at the shop because I really don't do. Because if I ain't working, bro, Not in, most of the time I'm fucking working. If I ain't working in the shop, I'm doing this. I'm constantly working.
Me too. I work
And-
non-stop, man.
But if I ain't doing that, you ain't gonna find me at the club. You ain't gonna find me this. I'm gonna be with my baby girl. I'm gonna be with my son. We're gonna, you know, and it's no more family with me.
Yeah, man, for sure.
That's
Especially,
what, that's what I work for.
yeah, you got to pay more attention to your daughters, man, than anything.
Yeah.
Because those girls, man, you know what's going on out here, you know, and shit, my daughters, man, are both gorgeous,
Yeah.
and you know they're gonna get a lot of attention, man, from
I'm
guys.
paid as a fool.
Yeah, and you don't want to have to be like, oh man, just fucking bring this home any freaking, I'm gonna fucking have a 12-gauge sitting. You don't. You have to sleep at night knowing that you don't have to worry about that because your daughter's a beast
That's
mentally. You
100%.
know what I mean? And she would never put herself around any kind of low life
Yeah.
people. And it's hard, man, and it doesn't always work out like that because, you know, shit happens, man. People are born wired a certain way. But when you do that, man, and you really put in all the time from when they're born up until they become an adult, you'll definitely see the you know, you did the right thing, man, when you see the results of their life.
Yeah, like my son growing up, I mean, I put a lot of, I'm constantly work, dude, and now my
Me too,
daughter, but
This
it's
is all
hard
new
on
to me,
my
too.
thing, because like I got my son with one woman, and my daughter's with another, and so there's two different households trying to get them together on top of working all these hours, but at the end of the day, I do it, dog.
Well, here goes the thing. I'm not, bro. This is a lot of my self development in the last, you know, couple years has been since the last couple years. It hasn't always been like that.
Yeah,
I used to work 7 days a week in the barbershop
done that.
without a day off, man.
Yeah.
And you know, I worked nonstop, and I did that for years, and it really came to me, man. I'm really trying to develop myself because, man, when I started, man, this whole thing. Up until now, if you really sit back and look at it, you're like, damn, man, I really freaking, you don't give yourself enough credit sometimes because you feel like you're thinking about like, damn, I should be doing this or I got this. But if you sit back and look at when you first started and then look at yourself now,
Yeah, like my shop grown a
it's
lot.
amazing, man.
But it's like I don't see it really. You know, other people see it, but you know, until I sit back and look at it, yeah.
Yep. Just the other day, man, here goes the thing, man. You know, everybody knows, man, I was into a lot of fucked up shit, man. And, you know, I never even had a bank account and all the money that I made in the barbershop
Strictly shoebox.
straight in my pocket. And then I spent it all that day. And I never
it's
had,
easy to do that.
I fucked up bad, you know what I mean? I was very, very irresponsible. And I sit back, man, I didn't have I had DUIs, man. Didn't have a driver's license for a long time. And, you know, me and my wife, we went to the restaurant the other day, and I was driving, man, and it really came to me. I'm like, when me and my wife got together, we lived on in the west side of Detroit on Auburn Street. You know where that's at? By Penrod, we lived over there.
Yeah.
Southwood and Warren. Dog, this house, man, was about as big as this room. Everything's old as fuck, tear down. It was bad, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't really think about that. I'm like, damn, I didn't have no car. No car. I didn't have no driver's license. And I walked for like 10 years, you know? And it dawned on me, I'm like, man, we're going to this nice restaurant. I got this freaking 2019 Denali. I got a driver's license, man. I don't do the things I used to. And that's what gave me this big, like not bragging, but it was gratitude, man. It came to me, man. I was just like, it was a beautiful feeling, but that's something that people do not do. They don't sit back and look at where they were. They just look at what they want and what they don't have. So lately, man, in the last couple months, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Remember when you first came here, I was talking about the Zodiac and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, really, I've been an atheist, basically, man. I went to Catholic school. I went to St. Stephen's in Central and Michigan Avenue. I went to Holy Redeemer my freshman year. Then I went to Western.
I went to Mark Brown. They kicked me out.
Yeah.
Kicked out E-course and went to Mark Brown. They kicked me out of there.
They kicked me out of Holy Redeemer and said I couldn't go back to no Catholic schools. And then my mom's like, all right, motherfucker. No, I didn't get kicked out of Catholic schools at that point. I want to go to Western. And she was like, oh, yeah, you little motherfucker. She's like, I got you. She put me in Cabrini. And that was before any kids.
Shit.
There wasn't no kids from the hood back then because Redeemer was still going. And man, within like 2 months, man, I ran up in the classroom. It wasn't mine because the dude was looking at me.
Uh-huh.
Give me the middle finger. Ran up in there, fucking fighting and shit, blood all over. They kicked me out. I got into 3 fights at Redeemer, by the way. They kicked me out of all Catholic schools. I went to Western. Never got into a fight again. But I got my wish. But I kind of went off subject right there. What was I about to say? Do you remember?
I gotta remember.
We're going in the direction. Oh, no. All right. So it was a couple months back, right? On Netflix, and I run into a documentary called. I was gonna tell you how I was like basically an atheist, man. Didn't believe in shit. Come at me with that. And you need to watch this, man. It's called This Strange Rock, or One Strange Rock, and it's about the Earth, right? And the universe, and it's about the Earth, and Will Smith commentates it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Dog. So I've been watching
that.
I watched that, man, and it's showing you how the Earth is, and the ozone layer, man, how it keeps in the oxygen and water, and how every single thing on this Earth has a purpose, man, to grow. And they started showing me the planets and the universe and the sun, and how the sun is like perfectly, away from the Earth, just enough, pinpoint accurate, to where we don't burn or we don't freeze.
Yeah.
So then I'm smoking or whatever. I'm sitting there watching this shit, and I'm like, holy fuck. Now it's stuff that we heard in school, but I have not analyzed it as an adult. So I'm sitting here like, okay, what the fuck? Like, who orchestrated this whole thing, and how is everything set up, man, for humans on Earth to freaking evolve? Like, I'm starting to trip out, right? So after that, I'm like, man, there's a God.
There's gotta be a God.
There's no way possible. Don't come at me with there ain't no God, you're stupid shit, dog. Out of nowhere, just this shit pops up, and then we're floating around in the universe, man, in a planet, and then what are these other planets for? And just for an example, like, they were up in space and they're watching the Earth, the astronauts, and they seen that the desert in Africa, they showed that the sand comes over the ocean, right? And it goes into South America, into the rainforest, and its purpose is to fertilize the forest for the forest to grow. And it's...
I think I've seen that one, dude.
And then, like, out in the ocean, you know what a parrotfish is? Saltwater fish, parrotfish. They showed how, those little mini islands?
Yeah.
How do you think those things were made? Okay, the parrotfish, man, that particular breed, they feed on algae and stuff like that, and they all go and shit in the same spot. They come back together and shit in the same spot. It creates these freaking islands.
Yeah.
Now that right there is enough for me to be like, my wife's like, everybody, well, not that, but everybody knows about, the planets and Earth. Like, you didn't learn about that in school? I said, yes, but I never sat down and thought about it like this and had somebody explain it to me like that. So that become very spiritual after that, like crazy spiritual, man, like meditation. And I'm not going to say like Jesus or any kind of religion. They say that like 80% of the United States is in spirituality now. A lot of people went away from religion. And so I've really been like learning some new stuff, man, and meditation, man, is key, to meditate your goals, man, and meditate your perfect life.
I've heard about meditation and stuff, but that's what I need to start doing.
You need to talk to me, man, because I've been really, really killing it, dog. Like, here goes the thing. And I'm pretty sure this is you too, and I'm not sure, and other business owners, man. We have like anxiety, man, about stuff when shit doesn't happen, and you could wake up in the morning.
My mind don't stop, bro.
You could wake up in the morning, man, and be like, damn, fuck this, and be mad and just ruin your whole day.
Yeah.
Right? And I realized, man, waking up, you gotta practice gratitude, extreme gratitude, okay, for your running water in your house, your girl, your kids are healthy, man, your vehicle, your license, man, just little stuff, man.
You're right about that.
And that's the only way that you can progress to be more successful, is if you're freaking extremely grateful for what you have, right? So I've been meditating, man, in the morning, man, and being very grateful, man, for, like, we're booked, my wife, my kids, my vehicle, my barbershop, because those are the things that people pray for every day. And guess what? People like me, would wake up and not even think for a millisecond that even is a thing, and all I'm thinking about is what pisses me off. So therefore, you
Take a lot of stuff for granted.
you stay basically with your head above water. Okay, but when you have the feeling of gratitude, man, and you're meditating and you're basically close your eyes, man, in a quiet place, and you're the director of your own movie.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you're visualizing your perfect day or vacation, what you're wearing, what everything looks like, how people are talking to you, man, where you're at, and it's like a goal of yours, and that right there gets you in the mental state of gratitude, man, and gives you a positive feeling, and your whole shit, man, changes after that. I haven't had anxiety in months because I practice that every single day. Now, one more thing. I realize, you know how everyone's like, "Dog, must be nice," or blah, 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 and you know, this and that, right?
Oh, it's supposed to be nice.
I wish I could be freaking like whatever. Guess what? Your mindset is just like a muscle. It's the same thing. You can't just decide one day and be like, "Man, I'm sick of having anxiety and being like this, man. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna be fucking Mr. Goddamn Sunshine," right? Doesn't work like that, man. God created our minds, man. It's like a muscle. So, in order to get big, right? What do you gotta do?
You gotta train it.
Every day. Don't happen overnight.
Yeah.
You know, a year goes by, man. You know, you get a little bit bigger. It takes a long time, man, of consistency to build your muscles. Same thing with your mindset. You have to practice every single day. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it this way. You can practice meditation and positive thinking and have, you know, change your ways, man, and start fucking killing it, and you're so happy with yourself, right? Man, I'm fucking so happy, man. I'm so happy now. Everything's going good. I'm fucking booked. I got all my barbers are booked. Everything's going so good. And then you're like, I'm straight now. And you stop practicing, working out, right? Next thing you know, you go down just the same as the motherfucker that's getting ripped and has a six-pack and like, I'm straight now. I'm good. And then what happens when they stop working out? You get fat.
Yeah.
So.
Like people get stuck in that negative. Everything's going wrong, and they just they stay there because that's all you want to talk about. You don't want to.
Yeah, like I could be like, man, the fuck, man, I've been doing this now. I've been here for almost 15 years, man. Like I should be having a private jet, for example, right? Or how come? Or then it's the biggest.
Yeah.
You know, it's the biggest killer of success, right?
Huh.
Biggest killer of success is what's the word? Comparison.
Yeah.
Comparison. Like, oh, that dude, he's been doing it for a lot, you know, shorter time than me. What the fuck? He has 4 shops. No. That's the biggest killer of success because you're exactly where you're supposed to be. But by you constantly doing stuff like that, it's going to keep you go that way. You're not even going to be, because you're going to attract you're going to attract fucked up shit to come into your life and put you back. And then people live their whole lives like that. And I'm guilty of it, man. Not to say I'm doing bad. Or, you know, I'm I'm so grateful for, look, we're doing a podcast right now, me and you know what I mean? I'm super grateful, but at the way my mind was before, me having this table, man, and, you know, someone like you, man, I'm honored to have you come here. You know, stuff like that wouldn't even register in my mind, because I'm over here thinking about what I don't have. You know, so once you feel the feeling of gratitude, man, and wait for what you have, put you in a positive mindset, and that's when you move forward and you can write down goals and achieve them. But there's no fucking way that you're going to be able to achieve any kind of goals, man, if you don't practice, you know, positive thinking.
100% right on that.
Everything that I tell people, man, when I tell people like some shit like that, you got to understand that I'm telling you from my point of view of someone that fucking was at the worst of that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not some motherfucker that, bro, I got a story.
I've been down, I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down.
Yeah, anything that I ever try to tell anybody, man, like I've been at the very bottom of that. When you think bottom to yourself, you're not understanding what bottom is.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it's been a long time and to progress to get to where I'm at.
100%.
But I know in order to not stay where I'm at, but to move forward, I have to go to the gym in my mind.
Yeah.
I gotta motherfucking do it every single day, man. Because it's just the way that I'm wired. How do you feel about that, man?
I get on myself that I always need to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just turned 41 this year. I'm looking for an end game,
It's not cool no more to freaking stand until you're 80.
No, I don't want to be a beggar that year I'm 80.
No. I can't.
It's like, in my mind, 5 to 10 years, I'm done.
That's a beautiful goal, man.
But I need multiple sources of income.
Yeah.
I gotta think of, this is about me time.
Mm-hmm.
Me time means make sure I'm right, that makes sure my family's right.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make the right steps for me and invest and stop thinking like, we come here, dude, we're surrounded by, like, it's a young, all these people around us are young people, dude, like barber wise. They're this way they think, oh, we're gonna go fuck bitches and go to the club. Yeah, I ain't did. I done did all that. Dude.
Yeah.
Now I need to sit back and really push all my energy on my family and end game, dude.
It's crazy because that documentary, man, people think it's crazy when I say it, but that changed my whole perspective, man, and my whole everything, man, because the whole thing about you don't have to, but man, maybe you do. You got to believe in a higher power, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Jesus or Allah. It's got to be, you got to understand that there's something up there controlling, dog, what the hell goes on, man, and your destiny and karma and everything. The universe is bringing
karma.
that, And then I realized, man, to myself after like deep meditation and thought, man, of where I'm at now and stuff like that in my life and looking at it. And I realized to myself, if I'm going to be have a negative mindset and have anxiety, guess what? If I had $100 million or I had $100, I'm going to feel exactly the same. You're going to feel exactly the same. Money and success is not going to change your mindset.
Yeah.
It's a state. You have to have a positive state of mind, right? If you're
100%.
broke or poor, because guess what? People hang themselves in their mansions every day.
100%.
So I thought to myself, fuck all this, trying to do all this and, I want to do this and do that. Right now, the most important thing for me to do is work on my mindset, because that's the freaking main reason that I might not be where I want to be in life, because you cannot move forward if you're always thinking negative about
100%.
shit. So
clouds your judgment, clouds your thinking, clouds everything.
that changed everything, man. Like tomorrow morning, I have a personal trainer. I don't know if you see my podcast, episode 3, but that's the guy that owns it. Yep. Yeah. And I go there every morning, 3 times a week. And just the fact that before I go to sleep, I have to visualize, man, my perfect day. And the fact that I'm gonna get up and do that, man, is big, to me. And when I wake up, man, I open my eyes, man. I don't look at social media. I don't look at nothing. I don't look at fucking the news. I always put on YouTube, man, like some motivational shit or like some stuff about, basically I find a video about gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude. When you freaking start the day with gratitude, that's when you're smiling all day and you don't attract any kind of bullshit into your life. So there's times, man, that we can't control shit, you know what I mean? But guess what? Believe you me, when there's some fucked up shit that happens, man, or people around you are negative and you hear a bunch of bullshit, believe you me, you attracted that into your life. Yeah. through your thoughts. The universe, dog, freaking brings back down. And if someone wants to tell me that's a lie, dog, it's whatever. I've seen some crazy ass shit in the last couple months, man, from zodiac and astrology. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. So that's the number one thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
I definitely believe something like
yeah.
that.
So
out of that.
I was gonna ask you, man. Like, are you taking off any days this year, man, for Christmas or anything? Or do you work on Christmas?
I don't work on Christmas.
No?
Christmas is for my family.
Alright, cool. What about a hundo?
Hundo, I work on Christmas.
Yeah. I'll come out for 100.
I definitely go out. Like, I try to take Sundays, Monday. Like I said, I take Sunday, Mondays off because I gotta do other things. But, hey, money talks. I come in, work a couple hours on Sunday, go to my people, It ain't about money. It ain't even
My wife
about
tells
money.
me, go for hundo.
I give back to some of my clients to give back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Christmas. I work Christmas Eve. I work New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
New
me
Year's
too.
Day,
Always
I'm
Eve.
off.
Always Eve, but not
Yeah.
on. What are you gonna do this year for New Year's, man?
You got that far, yeah. I usually just spend it with the kids.
I don't do
dude.
shit, man.
I usually just spend it with the kids,
I
man.
never go out, dog.
I mean, that's
On
who
New Year's
with me
Eve.
all year round. That's what I'm doing this for.
Hey, even though I was a wild motherfucker, man.
That's it.
Even though on New Year's Eve, I always went to my grandma's and spent it with her. Even when I was out of my goddamn mind,
Yeah.
I always did. I never went out on New Year's Eve, man.
It's like you were going out celebrating with a bunch of drunk motherfuckers that you don't
It
even.
wasn't meant to be, man, because there's a guardian angel, man.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I've been through like, I've been through some shit, man, where it's like I shouldn't be alive, or you know, I just left, you know, on New Year's Eve for some reason, you know, whatever is up there didn't have me go out, and when I turned 19, I never went to Canada. I never partied in Canada. Did you?
Canada, I did some nice in Canada.
Yeah, I kind of regret it. I'm like, damn, I should have. But
Yeah.
by the time I was 19 years old, I got into every single bar on Verner.
Well, I mean, that's
In the hood, I was
yeah.
I was bartending, dog.
Yeah.
Freaking when I was 19,
Like my
man.
21st birthday, I mean, it was just another fucking day to me.
Back then, though, when I was 19, if I would have made it over to Canada, my ass would still be in Canada. Because I would have fucking God knows what. And at that time, I didn't need to leave the hood.
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking ready to go around anything. So, but I think it's like, I look back, it's like, man, my guardian angel, man, or the universe, or whatever it is, man, freaking set that up like that. So I could be here right now talking to you, you know?
I did all my party and all that shit. I live life fast.
We survived it, man. That's a
I
whole other
survived
podcast, baby.
Yeah. Now it's just dad. I'm a business owner,
Yep.
and I
Just
chill,
like me,
dude.
man. That's why me and you. You know what I mean? Shit.
100%.
Shit, what else, man? Is there anything else you want to touch down on?
I think we about basically.
Dog, this was a great
This
podcast.
was.
Dog, this is a good one right here. I
Good,
love this
man.
shit, man. Hey, bro, like this right here, man, is something that I've been saying I wanted to do for years, right?
You did it. I remember when you first talking about it.
Years, man, and it's something, man, that you know, that's why I meditate now, man, and I try to like really work on my mindset, because it's stuff like that that was simple for me to put together that, man, I really wanted it, and I just wouldn't do it. Weeks would go by and then you forget about it. So one day, man, I was like, you know what, let me just grab the table, order the table, you know, and I did little by little, man, and this is what, six? I said, no,
Six.
yeah, it's the 6th episode, and this is
6
something.
years, 6 episodes.
Yeah, and I want to really, you know, step this up, man, and start really promoting it, man, and you know, really doing big, because I'm a firm, like I really believe that this right here, man, is something that I'm gonna like really do well, and you know, I think
Yeah.
I know that, you know, through consistency, man, and putting in work, that I'm gonna have celebrities come on with me, and we're gonna talk some shit, and this is one sooner or later I'm gonna end up making some money off this, so.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited with that, man. That's something like that when you have a goal, when you freaking visualize that in the morning. Like I love Nas is my favorite rapper, basically. You know,
Yeah.
if I visualize,
Nah,
man.
see, it's good, man.
Hey, I visualize, man, me at this table, man, talking shit with Nas, you know. And that's when you get put in a positive mindset, man, for you to have a good day because you're a director of your own movie.
That's
You know?
it.
But we're gonna be wrapping it up. The Limitless Barbershop Podcast, episode 6, and I'm so blessed, man. Hey, seriously,
Yeah,
man, this
I
guy.
appreciate you coming. and having me,
A1
brother.
since day one. No
Oh.
barber beef. I don't, you know, it's always been love, man, with
Yeah.
me and this
I
guy.
don't get into that barbecue shit.
People do, man, but
Yeah.
guess what?
I
Not me
stay in
and
my
you shit.
lane, man.
you know?
That's my lane.
So, Hey, this guy right here, man, is one of the best barbers in the world. Classics Barbershop, Lincoln Park.
Come
You
see
do
me.
appointments, of course, right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I do appointments. Tuesday, Wednesday, walk-ins.
Yep. And shit, right here, man, we're doing girls' hair now.
That's
Not
good.
me, but one of the
Yeah.
barbers, man. She's great, man. Katie, we just put it on in the system, man. So, you know, come on by, show her some love, and she's a beast. At you've seen her haircuts on
Yeah.
Instagram. That everybody in here is a beast. My boy Rich, killing it. Everybody knows Amanda's just fucking killing it on a whole nother level. So, we open tomorrow,
That was good.
10 o'clock. Hey, Toys for Tots. Right here's a box. New unwrapped toys only. Campaign runs October 1st through December. The Marine Corps Reserve in Wyandotte, they're the ones that are running this. Yeah, please come by, man. Let's just make a difference. There's a lot of kids out there that, you know, they're going to wake up in the morning and they don't get no toys. They don't get no Christmas, you know, and I think all kids, all kids deserve something, you know, little stuff. Just bring a little Barbie doll in or whatever it is, you know, put it in the box, and guess what?
It helps.
That little bit right there is going to put a huge smile on a little kid's face. And then we're doing coats for kids. We have a gently used bin and a new jackets and coats.
And they're gonna need that this year.
And guess what? Believe it or not, man, you know, we're here, we're blessed, man. We're in the heat, but there's some people, man, and kids that are freezing.
That's fortunate.
And it's fucking crazy, man, to think that is, this, you know, it's out there, but it is. So if we can make a difference, man, let's put it this way. By you doing something like that, giving back, it's definitely going to come back to you. Not to say that's why we do it. Not to say that's why we do it, but that's just the way the universe works. I didn't make the rules. He didn't make the rules. That's the way it goes. So we're going to wrap it up. The Limitless Barbershop Podcast, baby. Episode 6. Pretty soon we're going to have everything on iTunes and Spotify. Tell them how to find you, man, on your social media. Send this dude a request.
Send me Mark Fader Facebook. You call the shop 313-406-6036.
What is it?
I forgot my own shop.
How about this? Google it.
Google it.
Barbershop. I do that shit all the time.
I do it all the time.
So we're gonna wrap it up, man. Like I said, hey, episode 7 is coming up. My girl Crystal, she's a dog groomer. Crystal, if you're watching this, or no one's watching this right now, so we didn't post it. But you know, there's a lot of shit going on in the dog grooming industry, man. Motherfuckers don't like. She wants to come here and talk about that.
You gotta be licensed to be a dog groomer, don't you?
No, I don't think so. She used to do human hair, now she does dogs, but it's a shit show, she says. So I'm gonna tell her it's a shit show in our industry too. So let's talk about it. Mary!
It's 2019.
All right,
the whole
man,
world's a
let
shit
you
show.
10 o'clock tomorrow morning. What time you guys open?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Come on through. Get your fade on, baby.
Yes, sir.